Hey guys, Dave, Anna here. Anna, what are we talking about today?
What do you think we're talking about? Deadpool!
Okay guys, so we saw Deadpool last week and we have been itching to talk about this because, no spoiler alert here, we freaking loved it.
Hell yeah.
I am not going out on a limb here. I will have to say that Deadpool, I really think is a superhero movie we've all been waiting for.
There's there's cursing, there's lots of violence, like vicious, like bloody violence, which is things that we love.
Yeah, this movie is nuts. Okay, so what I mean by this is a movie we've been waiting for when it comes to superheroes is I feel like this is the first superhero movie I've seen that was sort of untethered by restrictions. This is a movie that was very much like the comic book, and actually Anna's our resident Deadpool comic nerd here, and so she can talk a little bit about that. But the thing is, like, it was raw. It is as funny as you can expect. I actually think it is probably the best superhero comedy I've ever seen. Like, the jokes are on point. The action is nuts. They did a lot with not a giant budget. They don't have the same budget as, like, X-Men Apocalypse, but they did a lot with it. But on top of that, I really think that finally Ryan Reynolds has been utilized in the correct way.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the fact is that poor Ryan Reynolds keeps getting put in these roles that are just no good. I mean, even the first time he showed up as what they were calling Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was just offensive.
So real quick, this is the origin, of course, of Deadpool. It sticks pretty close to the comic book, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, there are a couple different origins depending on the comics that you read. But this is very, very close to the main origin story.
Yeah, now basically the whole point is Wade Wilson, ex-mercenary. He falls in love with this girl, Vanessa, and then he finds out he has cancer. He goes in for these experimental procedures run by Ajax, who's played by Ed Skrein, who was the new transporter, and also his henchman, Angel Dust, played by Gina Carano, who's sort of like a Bond henchman, isn't she?
She kind of is.
Yeah, and basically they end up being evil. Wade ends up turning into Deadpool, and then he goes for revenge.
Yeah. Now for those of you who do read the comics, Ajax is sort of a mix between actual Ajax and Killbrew.
Yeah.
So a few characters are sort of mixes of two characters.
Yeah, like T.J. Miller, for instance, who, by the way, was super awesome.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, like, this movie, I felt like, while watching this movie, in the end fight scene, I realized I got a little melancholy. And the reason I got melancholy is I realized the movie was going to end. It's that kind of movie. I wanted this to just keep on going. I mean, literally, it was nothing but entertainment all the time. The fourth wall breaking is in there, you know, like you expect from Deadpool. You know, the structure is really interesting, the way they edit it to kind of like jump you into Deadpool pretty immediately. There's some great X-Men and X-Universe jokes in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. This movie just like, it did what it wanted to. It's the first movie I feel like that was made from a major studio in a long time that did whatever the hell it wanted and didn't care.
Yeah, the other great thing is that for those of you who are Deadpool fans, there are so many little Easter eggs, like a little bit of B. Arthur.
Ah, yes, exactly.
You know,
if I were to critically say anything against it, it's very hard because there's almost nothing critically to say against it.
Don't you dare.
But I will say, like, there were times that I kind of just wanted, during the Wade story, when I was like, let's just kind of get into Deadpool sooner.
Wait, so you're just saying, wait. Screw this story,
Yeah, I just want Deadpool being Deadpool all the time. You know, I also think, you know, for Tim Miller, this being his first movie ever, it's kind of exceptional. I mean, I read all the action. There was a lot of great effects, and there was a lot of great moments. I felt like there was a few moments that they had to get serious that actually played for me.
But that's just it. You know, it's like they were able to really get in all the humor, because the vast majority of the movie is action humor.
Yeah, it really is.
And then when they did have the serious moments, they were really great, and then immediately back to the humor to break it up, because who wants those serious things? This is a Deadpool movie.
Exactly. Now, I feel like this is a movie that everyone should watch who's interested in the superhero genre or comedy or action, because for me, like, there's a statement being made with going to see this movie. You go see this movie, you'll support things that are R-rated, you'll support things that are edgy. You don't want just like Age of Ultron, these big, like, ridiculously, like, fat and overbearing superhero movies. You want something that's got its own style and its own message, and that's what I love about it.
You'll also be supporting staying true to characters, which, you know,
very true to character.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in some cases, characters can use an update, but in some cases, characters should be kept absolutely true, and that's what you need to do with Deadpool, and they did, and it's amazing.
Also, I think that what's really interesting is, even if you're not into superhero movies, really, there were parts of this movie that reminded me of some of the cool, like, 90s action movies I grew up with, like the Steven Seagal movies or the Van Damme movies, the ones that were, like, rough around the edges and uber violent, and they would have nudity and swearing. Like, it reminded me me that kind of movie too. So I think even if you're not into superheroes, you might still like Deadpool.
Yeah, the other thing is that this movie, it's not about saving the world. You know, it's not like one of those big epic superhero movies that it's like, wow, what are they going to follow this up with? And then the follow-up is just going to be a disappointment.
Right.
This is a movie, it is a very enclosed story, and that is part of what makes it so awesome.
Listen, I don't want to oversell this movie, but I really do think this is the best comic book movie since Guardians of the Galaxy. This is my favorite one since that, because like it just had like everything I wanted in storytelling, in humor, in just like being awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we've ever since we saw it, we have been reciting lines from it.
Yeah.
We've been just so anxious to talk to people about it. But we don't want to give anything away, but we really want to talk about it. Also, this movie comes out for Valentine's Day weekend. I gotta tell you, if your significant other will not go with you to see Deadpool, break up.
I think I have to
break up now.
Yeah, they're no good.
They are no good.
Yeah, they're terrible. Okay, guys, well, since Deadpool is made by Fox and not officially part of the MCU, I want to know in the comments down below what your favorite non-MCU Marvel movie is. Let us know. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out all the cool stuff here at Cinefix, and see you later. Bring tacos to the theater.
Chimichanga.
Pancakes.
Ooh.
Be Arthur.
Hell yeah.